Okay, all right. So Yushen, today what we're gonna look at is we'll be looking into this King Indian attack, okay, in more details. Previously, I've given you some introduction, a quick one only for just for your tournaments. Then today we're going to really look into it, how we're gonna use this. Okay. So you can see my screen, right?
Yep.
So first thing first, uh, I'm gonna repeat to you again. King Indian attacks is a system. Okay, it's not really an opening. So which means that it's different from other openings that you have learned, like Italian, like Scandinavian, that you learned that they have a lot of theory inside. There's a lot of lines and variations that you need to remember, and if not, then you will be in trouble. So whereas King's Indian attack is a little bit more straightforward. It's a system
Okay.
by itself. Okay, understand, right? So I don't think you have tried any King Indian attack before, right, in your games. So I want you to start trying it out and see how it goes. There, there are a few ways of playing King Indian attack. So first thing first, you need to remember the idea of it. Then the whole idea of King Indian before. Can you recall? Hello,
Huh?
Yushen.
Yeah.
Can you speak louder a little bit? I can't really hear you.
Hello?
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So can you still remember the idea of King Indian attack or not? The
Uh,
position of the pieces. What do we have for white lah?
Indian attack.
King
E4.
Indians attack.
Was it E4?
Means that you have a pawn at e4. And then what
Uh,
else?
Knight at I remember there's a fianchetto.
Which fianchetto?
The fianchetto at the king side. You cast.
King side.
Oh, now
So
I
which
remember.
means this pawn is
Uh,
here. This
E4.
bishop.
Then knight at F3. Bishop G2. Then castle. Then pawn at G3. After that, D3, and the other can be used for King Indian. No, it can be used for the French and Sicilian.
Okay. And then do remember that if you can see all these will be your setup. You have your pawn at d3, you have your pawn at e4, you have your pawn at g3, your knight at f3, your bishop fianchetto at g2, then you have a castle. And then always remember another thing is your knight will always jump to d2 and then it might jump to f1 later on.
Okay.
Okay, these are some of the ideas. And also for your bishops, normally where you park? Normally, where can you park your bishops?
Normally you can park G2,
No, no,
G2.
no. These are dark square bishop.
Oh, G5, F4,
G5, F4,
E3,
and E3.
E3 and B2.
D2 less likely lah.
Oh, B2, B.
B2, okay.
Yeah.
Less likely also you park at B2. But sometimes you might, very seldom you fianchetto two side. You'll focus more on the king side. Okay, so this one not really on B2. All right. So these are the few squares that all your pieces will park. And then sometimes you might even have your rooks to B1. Or depends on the situation. It's hard to tell. And then how about your queen? Normally where you will keep your queen?
I will normally keep my queen at, it can be E2,
E2, okay, good.
B3,
Sorry?
B3.
B3.
Sometimes you can move B3 ma.
Uh, okay, you could.
F3.
F3. F3 is your knight, or normally you have your knight there, or correct or not?
Sometimes you move f3 though.
You will have both of your knight. Remember your B knight will be over here. When you move to f3, if it's towards the mid game or the mid end games, then it's different. Okay, what I mean is during the opening.
Okay, I think that's it for the queen.
Yeah, during the opening, you can also remember you can also park your queen at this c2. After your pawn move to c3. These are some of the pieces that you can park. Okay, so these are some of the position of the pieces. So basically, this will be the idea of King Indian's attack. All right. Now, as I tell you before, King Indian attack is a system, which means that there's no. It's not like Italian that you learn. The sequence must be very. We have to be very strict on the sequence. Uh, e4, e5, and then knight f3, knight c6, and then after that you move for bishop c4. And then if you play bishop c5, then you can have this and this and that. So King's Indian attack will be a little bit different, where you have the whole system. After you can even start playing by this move, which is knight f3, Yushen, and
Okay.
depends on what black gonna play. You can start playing King Indian with this as well. If Remember, knight f3 will stop black from playing this e5. Can you see that or not? If e5 happen, what do you do, Yushen?
Uh,
As white lah, as white.
if e5 happen, e5 happen, then can move. Take a pawn.
Yep, you can take the pawn because whatever happen, you can move your knight back to the same square. Correct
And
or not?
it's safe.
Yeah, if the queen attack or whatever attack you can just move your
So
knight back.
basically, I don't think they will do that because it's a free pawn.
Yes,
Basically.
correct. If people give a free pawn, you will take it. Because after you win a free pawn, it's okay. It's okay for you to move back your knights. Even if you lose a tempo, if you win a pawn, you lose a tempo, it's okay, no problem. Always remember that, okay? So you can always, if you decided to play King Indian attack on this game, you can really start with knight f3, because if later on he move this c5, it will be Sicilian already. Then you can go e5 and then continue the whole thing. And if you move like c6 Karukan, then you know this will happen. Right? Karukan, you know what you need to do. You can go for e5, you can go for d3, no problem for that. And then if they move, sorry, this one we said already. If they move this e6 French, then you can continue also. So this is the best thing about King Indian attack, is that you can change a lot of ways, because this is whole system. It's not really an opening that you need to follow something. Okay. Remember I shared with you before. There's quite a few grandmaster also like this opening, right?
Yep.
Like this grandmaster, this Bobby Fischer, even Gary Kasparov played this. Even this Hikaru played as well. A lot of grandmaster play this. It's a very system that a lot of players will play. So today we're gonna look into this game. One of the famous game by this Bobby Fischer, where in this game he started with e4, and then he did sacrifice his queen in order to get a checkmate. So this is a little bit of his game. Okay. Now he started with e4, and then black plays e6. So straight away he played d3 instead of g3. Any idea why, Yushen?
Mm, so why didn't he try and move d3 instead of g3?
Why do you think he played g3? Why do you think?
He played d3, not g3.
He want to go for? Sorry?
He wanted to go for. He wanted to develop his dark bishop.
He start bishop. Means that if there's a knight move to f6, then he
Then
will
after
take the
that,
knight.
a simple pin.
Which means if this happen, then this will happen. Okay. Okay, possible. And then any other idea?
So yeah. Hello.
Yes. Any other ideas besides this pin that he gonna
Knight
develop?
D2. It can move knight D2.
Yep, very good. Preparing his knight on d2. Why he wanted to have an early knight d2 here?
Support C4 and E4.
C4 and e4. Okay, very good. Knight d2 to support this pawn. Okay, can
Huh?
also again
Why?
let's say let us do an example like if he doesn't move.
I need to
He's,
touch. Okay, go. I got class. You hear that?
sorry.
My sister came down.
Uh, okay.
Uh,
So we continue. Let's say let's just say like if we go for G3 over here, something can happen, where if this happen, then you will kind of lost the whole position already. Either you take or you move. And then if you have this, then it's a little bit hard for you to push your pawn, correct or not? So that's one of the reason why Bobby Fischer chose D3 over here. He wanted to have his knight and then to defend the pawn. Okay? So yeah, what you said is right lah. The knight moved to D2 in order to protect this pawn. Okay. And then French happens. D5. So after that, yeah, like what you say, go for D2, protect the pawn. Okay. And then knight F6 happened. So at this point of time, we can't really pin lah, knight F6. Now, if Yushin is playing, what will you do after this knight F6?
knight F6. Got two things. You can either move to the bishop G5. You can move to E5.
E5. Okay.
Or you could just continue developing by knight F3.
Knight F3. Okay. Any other thing that Yushin will do?
I won't move the queen out yet.
Move your queen.
I think I can move G3.
You might move to G3 also. Okay. Will you consider taking the pawn at D5?
Then the queen will take.
Yeah. If the queen take, then it'll be a bit trouble. You can't really move.
Wait,
You can't
so
really move
his name
quickly.
is Lam Suren. What?
Lamshorn. Yeah.
Lam Suren Miag Marshuren.
Lamshorn Magmasuren
Huh.
is some famous games that he played. Okay.
Is he still alive?
I'm not very sure. Probably we can check later. Let's just focus on our this part first. Okay, so these are the few options that you played. Yep, correct. And then I wouldn't recommend you to take this. By taking this, like you said, queen came out, you can't really play G3. G3, you will lose your rook. Is one of the problem over here. Okay, if this happen. So it's not so good to take the pawn at this point. And let's see what Bobby Fischer played. He played G3, one of Yushin's suggestion. Then this is the beauty of this King Indian attack, when people doing something, as long as it doesn't threaten you too much, you can just continue with your plan. Just build up your whole thing. Build up your defense first, then you go for an attack. And it's if you know that what is King Indian defense, this is just a totally opposite of King Indian defense by white. And with white's extra half a tempo, a lot of things you can be done. It's a very deadly weapon. That's why Bobby Fischer like to use this. And he played a lot of games. A lot of games in the international tournament that he played using King's Indian attack. So something that Yushen can try it also next time, right? So after G3, can just continue building up only. Then what does Black play? Black go for C5. C5 over here this is also something that quite standard that French should play C5. Okay, to try to secure this square. Okay, control this square. And but since you are playing King's Indian attack, King's Indian attack don't really fight for this square, D4, so it's fine. So you can just leave it. Okay, and then continue with your Finchetto. Okay, and this is also it is also standard move by these blacks. Play after C5, then knight C6. It's standard one. And then knight GF3. This is also standard move by white. Prepare for castle. Bishop E7. Also pretty standard for this French. Now white castle. So you can see that this will be the typical pattern of this King's Indians attack. The defense is pretty solid. You can see that the king is pretty solid defended, where everything you kind of for this King's Indian attack, you still fight for the middle, you still control middle, and then your bishop is controlling the middle diagonal. Your knight is also control center. Can you see that now? Knight is controlling this square and this square, and then bishop is also controlling center. Your pawn control center. Your pawn control center. Your knight is also controlling the center. So this whole idea of King Indian attack, you still move on the idea of controlling center, even though you doesn't have your 2 pawns on D4 and E4, like what you played on this Italian. So it's still controlling center. Okay, and later on your development of King Indian attack, you can also attacks on the king side, which is your defense pretty solid. And with French, likely that he will do on the queen side. Now let's see what does this black plays. Black went for castle as well. Since you castle king side, I also castle king side lah. Correct or not? That's what we say that. So at least I'm a little bit safer. Now, then E5. This is what Bobby Fischer played. Why he decided to play E5 now? Yushen, any idea? Can you share something? Why do you think he decided to play E5 now?
Attack knight.
Attack the knight. But why don't he play E5 just now?
Maybe because there were better moves. But I don't think it's that simple.
Very simple. So actually, the idea is pretty simple lah. When you play King's Indian attack, after you have done your defense, after you have done your king
once you've done your defense, then you should attack.
Yeah, after you are ready, then you attack.
Oh, so it wasn't ready yet. So he now
prepare first. Yes, you get ready first. After you are ready to go. You can attack already. Because after E5, let's see how many pieces I can support with this E5 push. Now, one is this knight is supporting this. Correct or not? Rook can come to E1 and support this. Even the queen can move to E2 and support this. And then even the knight, if you have chance to move to this C4 lah, you can also support this one. Correct or not? And if after your rook move to E1, your knight can move to this F1, and bishop can also support this. Can you see that how many pieces that you you have chance to have to support this attack? And last but not least, your pawn can also push and support. But of course this one will be late. You need to go for C3 first, then you can go for D4. Can you see that how many pieces can support this pawn push?
the knight, the other knight, the pawn, the rook, the bishop, the queen.
So total how many?
A lot.
A lot, quite a few, quite a lot that you can support. That's why when I said that when you are ready, then you can move it on. So this is already real, you are really ready, so you can push it on. Okay, a lot of things that you can do to support this pawn, right? And then again, where this pawn staying at e5, is it strong or not? Strong or not, this pawn staying here at e5? What do you think? Or is over push?
So what can black do to defend?
Pardon, what is it?
So black, what can do to defend?
Now, before we talk about what can black do to defense, my question to you is, do you think this is a strong move by playing e5, the pawn at e5, or this is over push pawn?
I think it's an okay move. This considering the amount of pieces that are supporting that can support it. I think it's decent.
Okay. If I gonna let you choose good or bad, bad as in if it's over push, good, then you have to tell me why it's good.
Good because it controls d6 and f6, which attacks the knight.
Very good, Yushen. Attacking this knight at f6 is a very good point, because this knight is really defending this guy. Okay, so having your pawn attacking this guy and then he can't really defend this guy is a really good thing.
Okay.
And also the knight have how many squares to move? See, this one and this one and this one, and moving back to e8 is not so good lah. Correct or not? So you have three options, and then having the knight parking at this g4 and then parking at h5 also might be in trouble. It all depends on how. And then the best one is to move back to this d7. So this is pretty good, having this pawn attacking this. And then if you have so many pieces, you can maintain to defend this guy. So it's a very good thing. Where later on you can have your queen to try to attack the h7. There's a very weak spot here after the knight move away. Can you see that now? If the knight move away, this guy is very weak. Only king is defending. Okay, so very good, Yushen. You can spot this out. Now, just now you said how can he defend, right? Your question.
Yeah.
So we can have a look at how black plays to defend on this part lah. So that I think black moved knight to d7. Okay, the reason. Okay, do you know why black chose knight d7 here?
No.
Why don't you try?
Why I pick knight d6?
Why he chose knight d7? Why don't you try and see why?
He could. I think maybe he was trying to attack the pawn.
Yep, correct. He's trying to attack the pawn because he got two knights attacking the pawn. And now you only got one knight is defending. So two further attack, one further, sure two further win, right? Now, question again. Is this pawn over push?
It's beginning to look over pushed.
Huh?
But still, it's an okay move. Although the knights are still there, it doesn't mean that it's over pushed.
Correct. It doesn't mean that it's over push. So that which means that he can still increase his defense, right? Remember just now we talked about so many pieces can defend this pawn, right?
So it doesn't
So,
really.
yeah, doesn't really over push yet. Okay, so today you listen a lot. You are very focused. Okay, so white doesn't need to worry about this. Normally, what white play is you will go for rook e1 first, okay, to defend first, instead of queen e2 instead of queen e2, or even move the knight away or something like that. So, or even move the pawn. So the best is rook e1 to defend first. Always remember. Reason being because your rook e1, you open your space for this knight to jump in. Remember King's Indian attack where just now at the beginning we thought the knight will jump into f1, right? So rook will move to e1 in order to open this square for the knight to jump in. Okay. So always you will go for rook e1 first. But depends on the situation you have to see. Like this kind of situation, or just to defend the pawn, nothing has been threatened. Yeah, you move for your rook to e1. Okay. All right. So after rook e1, so black decided to play the b5. Why don't you try and think why black played b5?
B5.
Yep. Why black played b5 now?
You will put pressure on C4.
Put pressure on c4.
Yeah.
Okay. And basically, yes, what you say is correct. Put pressure on c4. He's expanding his queen side. Since the king side is a little bit hard for him to attack, where this pawn is also being a pain over here. So he's just expanding his queen side and try to attack on the queen side. So this is one of the idea he played before, b5. Okay, so it's good on this square. All right, now knight f1. Knight f1 is pretty standard. You move your knight to f1, and then so that you can release your bishop. So this is one of the knight. These two knights is parking near the king. Just like when you watch a lot of those English movie, right? It's those Great Britain, British, that the kings, they have the knights to defend the king. So basically, these are the knights. It's a very same concept in King Indian attack. The knight is always around the king to defend the king. Instead of other openings, the knight will be going out doing something. Where King's Indian attack, the knight is more towards defending the king, and then later on supporting on the attack on the king side. So this is the usage of these two knights. Okay, for King Indian attack. All right. Now after knight f1, b4. Just now we think that he wanted to attack on c4. Now he moved b4. Why he moved b4? Yushen?
Maybe C3.
Yes.
I think if he moves C3, then he can get the B file for himself.
He can take if he is c3, right? Okay. But then but still white can move c3, right? If he takes, I takes back lah. Correct or not? See, move c3, you take, I take. Still okay, what? Then this time, these two squares, the knight cannot come to these two squares. So, what do you think? Still the same reason?
So why did he move there? C3. Because you said it was because of C3, right?
Yep. It's actually because of c3. But can you roughly guess why or not? Actually, it's correct. It is because of c3 one. But his idea is a little bit different here.
Let's say if he didn't move b4 and he let him move c3. Oh, if he moves c3, it will prevent him from pushing any further on the queen side.
Yeah, very good. So it's preventing from pushing further on the queen side. So even see the one thing is, he can't go for c4. C4, likely he will empoison and then clear this thing off. Okay. Also, he can't move really c4. Okay, one thing is if he moves c3. Actually, very likely, black won't take. Black after white moves c3. If I were black, I will straight away move a5. And if he takes, I take this. Then you can have a very good control already. So you black won't take straight away. Black is waiting for white to take, white to make the move. And then if he's not taking, he can even later on pull his knight, pull his knight and then attacking all the piece. Can you see that? See how the knight travel or not? And attacking all this piece. So this is likely something that he will do. Or even he can pull the queen. Queen is also another possible. So these are the few options that he can play in order to attack. And then later on, if he wanted to, he can pull his rook to attack, to control on this file. So these are some of the options that what black can do over here. All right. Okay. So now that's one of the thing why he go for this b4 now. All right. But then for this white, Bobby Fischer thinks differently. He kind of like, okay lah, you can focus on your on the queen side. I start launch my attack on king side. Since everything is ready, no people is attacking on this pawn. So why not I straight away attack my king side, which is why he straight away play h4 over here. Can you see that or not? h4, launch your attack on king side, and then what other thing else h4 can do? What other reasons that you think that h4 can help?
H4. Maybe he wanted to prevent g5, or maybe he just wanted to move his bishop to g5 and wanted to support it. Either that.
Okay. You mean your bishop can move to g5, right? And then you doesn't want this guy to move here, right?
Yep.
Okay, is a good point, but not really. And also the actually another more important thing is he is also opening this square for the knight. Then later knight also can jump. Something like that as well. Okay? It's opening this square for the knight. Remember, king's Indian attack, knight also will jump to h2 one. Keep your knight over here. This is a more modern way of playing, so that your knight is around the king. And then your knight is controlling. After that, the knight is controlling these squares. They are all defending each other. This is also another thing. So sometimes you might not move h4, you might move h3 also. Then king's Indian attack. Depends on the situation. I can't really tell you, but these are the options. Okay? Now, this point is good, very good, because he doesn't want this guy to move. Later on, after his bishop move away. Okay, so these are some of the ideas lah. All right. After that, black plays a5. So see that he start launching his attack on the queen side, and then now white plays bishop f4. Increase his defense on this, so that his knight can also be free for later on if this happen. See that or not? Knight can be free for a while if this happen. So this is one of the idea why bishop f4. And also I also tell you that these are a few squares bishop can park. It's either you park at f4, you park at e3, or you park at this g5. G5, these two guys is attacking, so it's not so good to park g5 now. And then if you park at e3, this happen, then you'll be in trouble, the bishop, correct or not? So f4 will be the best bet lah in this position. Correct or not, Yushen?
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Yushen?
Yup, 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 yup. Yup,
Okay.
yup, yup.
No, I thought I got disconnected. All right.
Oh,
Yeah, today I'm having a very long meeting, and I have almost 7 hours meeting via Zoom.
wait, why 7 hours? Oh my god.
Yeah, serious. I I had from this 10:30 until 1 o'clock, and then I have another 2:30 start until just now 7.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah, and then after that I continue with the class. So
How
yeah,
about the other people's class? Did you skip it?
pardon?
You skip other people's class?
No, today I'm working my daily job So Friday class is with you
Does chess give you extra? Chess also gives you money, right?
Well, not that much as what I'm working because uh and one thing
I think
because I
chess is
continue.
a part-time job, right?
Yeah, it's more like a part-time job. And also I coach you because you can learn and you have potential. And also another thing is your goal, remember your goal is try to be the first team in 3KL. I hope you still remember that. This
That's
year
my goal,
2022.
and I hope I can stay. Maybe I can do that goal. Maybe.
Yeah. So your goal and my goal is the same. If you can't achieve this week, go to 3KL first team and I will consider stop coaching you already.
Oh,
So this is what I'm gonna prepare you. And then I hope you are a little bit more serious. This year is, I don't know if there will be any selection this year for you to be, or I don't know if there's MSST, or they might be MSST, they turn it online, we don't know. But anyhow, this year you got to be more serious already. 2021 started. Last year, you can still see a little bit honeymoon, play a little bit, but you got to do everything more serious on the work that I given you. So if you fail to go into the first team, then I'll be very sad.
for me, chess is a hobby.
Chess is a hobby. I thought your goal, you really wanted to make it on the first team. Now you don't already.
No, chess is a hobby, and I also want to get far in it.
Yeah.
Because I heard that if you win chess, you can earn money. Yay!
Hey, yeah, really. Let me share with you. The Tata Steel tournament. Last year. No. 2019 Tata Steel tournament. Do you know what's the price for the
What?
first champion
What?
to be the GM? 250,000 USD,
Wait, what?
which is equivalent to
One
more
million?
than 1 million ringgit.
Wait, who won?
That one you can find out yourself.
Wait, what is the name of the tournament?
The Tata Steel tournament. I'll share with you later.
Still
Yeah,
tournament?
it's the biggest tournament.
Wait, is it how many people are there?
A lot. A few hundreds people.
No, I'm talking about the age group. Is it open?
Yeah, open. It's
Oh,
open age group.
oh, it's open. I know. Then after that, I know what happened.
Yep. Which is where Magnus Carlsen, which is the tournament that Magnus Carlsen stand his GM title, where Bobby Fischer is playing, and all these grandmaster is playing. So there are people that make chess as their career, as their job. But for me, not really lah. It's good, Yushen, to keep it as a hobby. But then when you're young at this age, it's good for you to really play on it, because when you reach the age of like where am I and or Master Edwin, then you doesn't have that much of time to really to play or to enjoy the game, because you got too many things else to do already. So for you
Unless you're really, really good at chess and manage to make it your career.
I I it's very hard to say that like if you're good in chess and then you make it your career, because it's for me we brought in a more conventional family lah. I think same as you also. So it's like after you study, you get a good job, and then after that you work on it, and then maybe later when you retire, then you can play a little bit, something like that. So I wouldn't really recommend you to put it as your career lah at the moment lah. Okay, so enjoy it as a hobby. When you're studying, that's the best time for you to play, to win some tournaments, to get some medals. Because when you're old, that time is very hard for you to get medals because you doesn't have the time.
Unless you really make the chess a career, even though it's not gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be really, really hard though.
Yeah, it's not easy. Too many people, and it's not easy to really make chess as your career. A lot of things to consider, a lot of things to prepare. Even let me share with you something. Ernest, Ernest, one of your idol, right? Managed to he's for him to achieve what he have now. Do you know when he's prepared for his MSSD, how many games he go through?
A lot.
Let me tell you, at least 100. At least 100 games he go through. Why one? If you say why 100, let me ask you one question. In MSSD, normally how many rounds? It'll be around 6 to 7 rounds. Correct or not? Hello, hello?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, there. Normally in MSSD, around 6 to 7 rounds. It depends. But let's say 6 to 7 rounds. So you play with all your opponents. And then we're gonna get you prepared for opponents. Your opponents also, he may play a lot of games before. So let's say if you study one opponent, you study 5 of his game or 5 of her game. Then if 6 rounds is 30 already.
So it's very, very hard.
So if you study a little bit more, because every of your opponent that you play with, everybody have a style one. If you can find out the style, you can find the weaknesses, then it's a lot easier for you to win. So it's not easy. If you really want to go all the way up, a lot of things to prepare. That's why Ernest prepared a lot. At least 100 games.
100 games.
Easily 100 games that we prepared.
100 games of who? Sophia?
No, not with Sophia. 100 games that he go through and study his opponents or any openings that wanted to go and all those things.
Oh, so he went through and studied. I thought he played 100 games.
No, went through and studied. Not played only, studied the 100 over games. Yes, that's what he prepared. That's what we prepared for him. Master, you can double check with him how many games you go through to get prepared. So it's not an easy job. So even if you're going for MSST, you look through 100 over games. Imagine if you're going for those international open tournaments.
Unless you're literally a genius in chess.
Chess prodigy lah. But then let's just not talk about genius in chess.
Magnus Carlsen didn't like chess in the beginning, and look at him now.
Yeah. So it's hard to say. But then, well, you won't know what you're gonna do. But since now you have the luxury.
Many ways.
Yeah, correct.
This class is going on longer than I expected.
Okay.
Wait, what time does the class normally end? I forgot.
Today because I start a little bit late with you. We start at 7, right? 7:05 or 7:10 like that. So we will end around.
Yeah. We started at 7 o'clock.
Yeah. So we end around 8:30.
Another half an hour.
Yeah, another half an hour.
Okay.
No worries. But today you are very focused. I'm also very happy that you can pick up all the points that I wanted to share with you. So it's a good thing. At least first class of the year. Yushan is focused. Good job.
Yay.
Okay.
But then wait, why did we have a class on the 1st of January. A
1st of
holiday?
January. Got what? Oh yeah. 1st of January also we have class. It's the second one. But 1st of January you're not so focused, right?
You were lecturing me about the day when I was when
Yeah.
I quit the thingy.
Yeah. No lah, it's also my duty to share with you about all these things. Because if not, you won't know about what's this class.
Today wasn't a too bad class because I didn't get scolded or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it was a bad class.
Yeah. Okay. But today you also focus a lot, so I'm also quite happy. Sometimes you don't focus. I talk to you, Shen, you're thinking. I don't know what you're thinking. So today is good. Every point you given, you share with me is good.
Can I go toilet?
Keep this up. You need to keep all this thing up in order to be in the first team.
Can I
And
go
if
to the
not, later
toilet?
Ryan will laugh at you. Jeffrey will laugh at you.
Yay. Can I go toilet?
Okay. Go for toilet first.
But for the moment, Jeffrey takes the chess hobby chess a hobby. He doesn't take it seriously.
It's okay. You just take your hobby, but not to say not so serious. At least you put some effort on it. Since you now, this is the best time that you can learn.
Okay. Now
All right.
bye bye.
Yeah. Go. Let me know when you're back.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. Okay. So let's continue. So that's the reason of bishop f4. Okay. Now, can you see when blacks is attacking on the queen side, he keep on attacking on the queen side.
Yay, attack.
Yeah. But this point of time, you have to pay a bit attention really because the attack is too intense already. See, so far the pawn push already. So you have to be a bit careful. That is why white played a3 over here. So at least open up a bit. If not, he starts storming everything, then he might get a queen or something like that. It'll be quite troublesome. So sometimes you can let go, but then when it's too intense, you have to be a bit careful. So that's why a3 should be played here. Okay, a3, bx a3, bx a3. Then now he go for bishop a5.
Okay. Wait, how many bishop? Wait, what?
Sorry?
Wait, what am I?
Sorry.
Wait.
No, knight a5, not bishop a5. Sorry. Knight move to a5. He's moving his knight to a5 because he's going to start push already lah. You can see that. This one. Likely he's going to start pushing and start attacking on the queen side. Then his knight can come in. Then he have another knight. So these are the things that he is aiming. And his bishop also. Can you see that? Bishop attacking this square. After this one. Because when you play chess, sometimes you have to see, you have to find the opportunities. This one, you can have opportunities. You have this one. You have this one support, and then this one. Sorry, not this one. Not this. You have this to support. You have bishop to support. So these are something that you can do. So when you find the opportunities, make use of the opportunities. That's what chess about. Okay, knight a5.
So
Then,
finding opportunities.
yep, you find an opportunity, make use of the opportunity. Now,
Unless you can't make use of it.
yeah, that's the thing. If you can't, make use of it. So now, because of this square is in trouble, now white also have to be a bit careful already because all this thing can come. That's why he moved his knight to e3. See that or not? He also aiming here. Later something happen, at least I got somebody to defend it. So there's one E3. But then also again, H2 is also one square that you can move your knight. It's still okay. Because at this point of time, you might even want to consider C3 or sorry, C3, but you might want to consider C4 and then just get this thing done also. It might be okay also. All right. Now, not C4. C4 you lose your pawn. C3, and then see what he move. Because this one also the knight push push D4, attacking your knight also trouble. But then if this happen, you can move your knight to this G4, which is a very good square also to park your knight. All right. So this is the thing. Now, see bishop A6 attacking on this diagonal, pressing on this square. Now, why play bishop H3?
Okay.
Why do you think he played bishop H3? Why don't you try and see, Yushen?
Bishop H3. He
Mm-hmm.
can attack F5. Maybe he's attacking E6.
E6?
No. I don't think. But then E6 is defended by F7. Or is he basically just wasting a move?
Not really. He's not really wasting a move. He's trying to make use of his bishop a little bit more.
Oh yeah, that place isn't doing it. So he basically just putting the bishop in a better position.
Yes. And also another thing is, just in case his knight he doesn't want to retreat his knight to G4, he can choose to retreat to G2. It's still a bit safer. And then this bishop is a bit more useful here. See, he can attack this pawn. He can also come here, or anything happen, he can also come here and attack this one. But then, of course, you might tell me that the pawn will take. But it depends on the situation. He's also preparing his bishop over here. Basically, these are a few ideas why he's moved his bishop to H3. Okay. See, D4 happens. So he moved back the knight to F1. Okay. Move back the knight to F1. We can then another reason. Do you want to know another reason why he moved back the knight to F1?
Yes. Oh. Oh, you want
Remember,
to,
now the pressure is here, right? So he can move F1, then actually he can still come back.
So does he want to divert pressure?
Sorry, what do you say?
So he wants to divert the pressure?
Well, I believe he's still a bit worried that if he moves to this G2, then the pressure is too much over here. Can't really help. So that's why move to F1, at least it's a bit nearer so that you can help on this queenside attack. If you move to G4 or G2, it's mainly focused on the king side already. And if black manage to push one of the pawn to make queen, then there'll be trouble. See, black got two pass pawn already. And if they can attack nicely, this will be another pass pawn one. So this is the thing lah. That's why. Okay. Alamak. So knight F1. Now, black move knight. See, knight B D6. Again, putting pressure on this square. See this or not? 1, 2, 3. And then the pawn can move here. Then he can add another rook and queen also later. So see that? The opportunity here. See? That's why white is also a bit worried. At least he can use his knight. Now you see that or not? Okay. Now, knight G5. So after having this knight, Bobby Fischer decided to start attacking already. Okay, having that knight to support, and then he's okay to attack. Knight G5 attack, knight B D5. Knight D5. Knight D5 only. Now, He's playing, aiming on the bishop, also aiming on this square. Okay, this is pretty straightforward. Bishop retreat. He still need to keep his bishop because later he's gonna attack. All right. Bishop x g5. So it's a, okay, you can see that black's a bit worried that the knight is attacking on these two pawn. See that or not? So it's better exchange off. Then bishop x g5, queen d7. So this is pretty simple. Queen h5. Start launching his attack already.
Yeah.
So start launching his attack. Now what do you think about this position now? Why don't you analyze a little bit? Having a bishop and a queen in front, and another bishop going to back up here again. So what do you think?
So why move the queen there?
Not yeah, something like that. What do you think about this position for this white or for black? Is it better or any problem?
White is attacking on king side, and black has the better control on the queen side.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, the king is in danger, while white queen is not. Basically, there are pros and cons of this.
What do you
So
think?
I think the position's better for white, considering that the attack is better.
Because he's attacking. Can you see the pressure on the king side, on the black king? So it's a little bit dangerous for black. Anything else you want to share? Any other things you managed to analyze? Why don't you, Yushen?
Yeah.
How about the other pieces? You look at white's pieces. Where is his pieces aiming at, and where is black's pieces aiming at?
Black pieces are aiming at the queen side, while
Mm-hmm.
white pieces are aiming on the king side. Apart from
Yep.
that, little rook at a1.
Yep. You see that? Apart from one rook, all is on the king side. And then in chess, you kill the king, you win the game. Correct or not?
So I think white has the better, has the advantage.
So now you can see that, right?
White has the upper hand.
Yeah. Yep. Correct. So white have the upper hand over here. Now, let's see what next. Okay. After queen h5, rook x. Wait. Okay, rook's f c8. Now this guy is still pretty stubborn, still continue attacking his queen side. Where else give white a very good opportunity on the king side. If he miscalculates something, means that's it. Black will bye. Yep, correct. So see, is still focusing on this square, or pulling all pieces on this one here over here. Okay, then knight d2. Maybe see that just now I said that knight d2 it can also defend on this square. Okay, then knight c3. Now, what do you think is trying to do playing knight c3? For black, what do you think black's plan is doing that? Or or besides this, any other ideas? Because this move is not really a good one.
Okay.
Or probably I share with you lah. Actually, having all this at c4 already, I say already, it's better for him to push down c4 and start controlling it. Opportunity is there. Alamak. 1, 2, 3, 4. You only have 1, 2. Start pushing and start gaining something. It's even better, right? Remember, I tell you just now, when you have opportunity, you have to make use of it. But this guy is not making use of it. So if he takes, then he win. If not, then he can push. If not, if he push, he takes, it's okay, no problem. If not, he can even push further again. Free pass pawn, also very strong. So these are the things, C4 will be a better option here, I believe. Correct or not? This one will be better. See that? If he takes, takes, bishop takes, you still have rook. You're still winning. Not bishop takes, rook takes. Attacking this guy also. Then later you can even pull more piece supporting on this one. So you will start winning a pawn already, where all these guys over here. Okay? Now. But he played knight c3. So let's see what happened after knight c3. Now, bishop f6. Is it a free bishop, Ayushan? White play bishop f6. What do you think, Yushin?
The sacrifice. If the pawn takes the bishop, then the pawn takes f6, then after that the king will be open. Oh, I think I know how he can checkmate. Pawn take bishop, pawn take the pawn back, then pawn take bishop, pawn take pawn back. Then what will black move? This I don't know lah.
If he move his king away.
Then after that, you can move like h6, queen h6.
Queen h6 and check.
Yeah.
Oh well, if he move to g8, it'll be checkmate lah. If he move to this e8.
Then after that, you just need to move g7.
What?
Queen g7.
Queen g7. If we continue to run.
That.
He escaped already.
Okay. So what can you move?
What can he do? Hmm.
But I know, but will he? Mm, can you move backwards?
Okay.
Wait, is it black's turn now?
Yep, it's black's turn now.
But what if black doesn't take the bishop?
Mm, yeah, he didn't take what I. Let's say if he takes the bishop, how can you win him? Because it looks like a free bishop, right? If it's if it's a free bishop, then it's, and knowing that white is a grandmaster. Correct or not?
It's definitely not a mistake.
Ah, but we need to find out why it's not a mistake. Or then I need to let Yushen to think and see if he can give me the answer. Now I'm gonna squeeze your brain cells.
Yeah. So the pawn take the bishop.
Mm-hmm.
I think the guaranteed move is pawn take the bishop and pawn, but will the pawn take back? Oh, you move queen g4.
Queen G4. Check.
Yep. Yeah.
If you run,
Then pawn take. Then after that pawn take f6.
pawn takes f6. Okay.
Yeah, you're dead, right?
So if you run again, you know what happened, right?
Queen g8 checkmate.
Yep. If you run again, it's checkmate. Then let's
Oh,
say if you don't run, anything else you can do?
no.
Queen can't do anything.
Yep.
But then you're not checkmate yet, lah.
No, if you move queen e8, then you just need to move queen g7.
Probably the only way is this, attacking the pawn. Can ah? Yeah,
Yeah.
and you open up a hole here.
Yeah, that's the only way. But I think you can still checkmate.
Okay, so how you wanna try?
Maybe you need to move queen g7, check, probably, definitely.
Queen G7 check, okay. Only one
You
move.
need to sacrifice the bishop or rook.
You wanna sacrifice a bishop or the rook?
Oh yeah, you need to sacrifice the bishop.
Bishop.
Then pawn take, then rook take.
Pawn takes,
Rook takes.
rook takes, check.
And
So
yeah, you
only.
know what's happening? Bye bye.
Okay. So let's say if we sacrifice the bishop, if the pawn never takes, anything else can do.
What else? I don't think you can do anything else.
Nothing much, right? Well, if this happen,
Hmm. Queen. You move bishop h3 backwards, and then after that, the pawn. Yeah, you a bishop. You just need to move bishop h3 backwards.
mm-hmm.
After that, the queen will have to. Then after that, the rook or queen. Use the pawn to take the queen, and you basically have a good game ahead of you.
Yep, very good. So you anyhow you win pieces or you checkmate. If you win one pawn with a queen, also is a very good thing already. Then now
So
the king
I
can't
don't
move
think it
anywhere.
will be not much of a problem for you to win this game.
Yep, see that king can't move anywhere. It's also a checkmate. If this one take also, then it's okay lah. You can win another rook. You take and check and then win another rook. Wow, it's even better. So there's no reason to lose this game lah.
And there, even though the bishop takes back, you must be a really bad player to lose this game.
Yep, correct. So this is the whole idea. That's why black shouldn't be too greedy and take this bishop. So if take the bishop, that's it, gone. Okay.
And actually, that bishop move is actually a really good move.
So
Even though he doesn't take it, it's still a really good move.
yep. Hey, what happened to you today? Really sharp. Can really find all these things.
Yay!
Yeah. Today can really find out everything. Sometimes, ayo. Okay, good. Keep this up. Now, so there's no choice. He don't take, he have to move his queen to defend. If you still can still recall, one of the game I shared with you, I played one. With I move my queen around my king to defend, and then I have my other rooks to go and attack one. Basically this is the idea. Okay, I explained to you why a few lessons ago. Something about Italian one. I can't remember already. I show you before one of my game. I think with the notes one, you can find out that I share with you why the reason. You move your queen around the king, and then you can do something. So this is the reason why he move his queen down, so that his queen can later move to this f8, and then he can defend. Okay, this is the idea of moving the queen. All right. Now, knight e4. What is this knight trying to do?
The male. Knight e4. If the knight take back, then the rook can take, right?
Yep. There's no free knight.
But I think you'll probably take because you don't want the extra pieces. But then again, the rook is a better piece, and the rook is out of the action.
Okay lah. I mean for white what he is trying to do by playing this?
He's trying to support the bishop.
If this take,
And then to make it even worse, if it takes the bishop now, it's dead. And then after that, there's another fork over there.
yeah,
And then if it decides to be greedy and takes the bishop, there's a big fork coming on.
Yeah. So see that or not? He keep on launching his attack.
I think the knight has to take it. The knight definitely has to take it.
And there's another thing you miss out.
Or you could just counter attack.
No, if you don't take, there's another thing. Main thing.
Knight d6. But then after that, if you counter attack, it also can, right?
I can, but
Because
actually,
that's what black did. Black moved g6 to counter attack the queen, so it still has some time to react to the fork.
have you ever thought about this?
Oh, so he's trying to chase the queen because he wants to avoid the checkmate, the potential checkmate.
This is a very strong one. Checkmate. So after, if he didn't move anything, he move here. If the queen move in, see there or not? If let's say queen move in, checkmate coming. So he's aiming for this. Of course, a few purpose. One purpose is like what you say just now. If he takes this, you got a very big fork. Okay, good. Another one is this one, another fork. Okay.
This isn't a too big fork. You only earn 2 pawns on that, but still with a big advantage considering this is Grandmaster game.
Yeah, correct. But anyhow, can you see that his move have his purpose? Few purpose. One, two, three. Three purpose. So that's why when I tell you every move have a purpose, yeah, this one is move have three purpose. That's why Grandmaster thinks differently. Okay, so we move on. Then now, knowing this will happen, he move g6.
Can't you just move h6?
Uh,
Queen h6.
you mean You
No,
mean
I'm
H6?
talking if you move G6, then you can just move Queen H6.
Ah, yeah. Correct. G6, you can move Queen H6. But then,
No, this is not Queen H6, this is Queen G5.
okay, what you mean is this happen? If this happen, chances that this black will play is this Queen F8. So if even if you do this, you can take takes. You win one piece.
Wait, so who wins one piece?
Black win one piece lah. If you do this lah, and you can't checkmate, and you need to move your queen away.
So
Else
that's
you will
a
take your queen.
waste.
Sorry or not. So G6 is not a good move, Yushen. If you, next time, if and that's why I tell you last time that when I have my queen around my king, this two guy is not easy to kill me. That's what I tell you last time. If you can still remember lah, but it's quite a while already lah. on the game that I played. So that's the reason. G6 here is trying to trap him to play this. If this happen, he got no choice to retreat. If he still go and check, he can checkmate. If he want to play this, he lose his queen. So this is the reason why G6 is not so good. Okay, which is what white chose is queen to G5. So no choice lah. You can't move. You have to be closer also. Queen to G5. Then now, no, so it knight takes E4, rook takes E4. Okay. Then now only he plays C4. Yeah, a bit too slow already. Just now should have played C4.
The poor guy. He can't do anything with C4 now.
Yeah, because king side you can't do anything lah. If you his queen is just ready. If your queen comes in now, it'll be too fast already. So that's why no choice lah. He plays C4. I feel it's a bit too slow now. Then Fischer move H5. And he cannot take, so he can't do anything also. So he played CXD3. Now he moved his rook to H4. What do you think he's planning here? Can you see or not? Basically, one very easy idea is bring more friends to attack so you can win. Okay, yeah, bring more pieces. With all these few pieces, it's still not sufficient to checkmate. Even the pawn takes is still not sufficient to checkmate. So that's why you bring more pieces first. Okay, but can you spot something or not of this pattern? Not yet. Okay, then we look in two more move. And then he move his rook to A7. Okay, but before that, let's say this can take. If later this take, this is a checkmate, right?
Yeah.
If let's say it's white's turn to move lah, you takes is a checkmate. So that so basically that's the idea of the rook. Okay.
Do you think Bobby Fischer had a sad life?
Why you say so?
Why? Because I think so. Why?
Well, he's a very interesting guy.
He's a chess prodigy. Then somehow he decides to leave because of one chess titleship set rules, and then ends up as an isolated madman and dies.
It's hard to say. We doesn't know him, but he does create a legend as a chess prodigy, and also his name is known by a lot of people. And the way of he played in attack in chess is very good.
But no one knows his real story. Not even
Uh,
Google.
Probably only he knows his story. Can't really tell.
Who in the world knows why he went from chess prodigy to become an isolated madman?
I can't really tell you though, Yushen, because that is his choice. If I know him, he's my friend, then probably I'll ask him lah, then I'll tell you the answer. But too bad lah, he's not my friend. So what that but anyhow, whatever decision that he made, what he left over is all his games and his thoughts and his idea. So which is what we can learn. Is what you are learning now on or whatever that he's thought that is left behind. So that's the best part. Okay. All right. So let's continue. I think a few more moves, then it's done already. So rook a7 is actually defending this whole thing, defending this pawn. After the takes, defend the pawn. All right. You can see that, right?
Yep.
Can see or not? Takes, defend this pawn. All right. Now he retreat his bishop to g2. Ah, do you know why he retreats bishop to g2 now?
Yeah,
Oops. So basically, he's planning on this square lah. We can see that, and then after that, continue the attack ah.
because they want to attack this one guy called the king.
Yes, correct. So basically, this is what he's trying to do. Okay. So bishop g2, because at h3 over here, nothing much at the moment. He can't do much. After this, just now the position h3 is good. Remember just now, if the king the takes the bishop,
But
h3
this right now, this bishop doing nothing.
Yes, correct. So that's
This
why he can
queen
move.
is also not necessary.
Yep,
And this rook too.
correct.
They're only that. The only reason the rook is there is because in case there are any last minute attacks, he's there to defend.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But the rest was over here. They're going for the attack on this guy, the king.
Yep. Very good. Okay. Now knowing all these things, let's put all this information into this game, which is what we see is now I don't know why this dxe2.
I think he was going for a last minute all out attack, even though it wouldn't work.
Maybe he tried to get a queen or something like that lah.
Definitely not happening because he has a rook there.
Yeah. So I have no
He
idea.
just needs to move one rook c1 and all his hopes and dreams are crashed.
But then Bobby Fischer didn't do that. He played queen h6.
Oh, now he's trying to go for the last minute attack.
Yeah.
He's going for the finish.
You're going for the finish already. And then now you play queen f8. Okay?
Then queen h7.
Queen takes h7.
Then he resigned.
Black resign. Why black resign? So
Okay, the first move is taking the queen, right?
okay. And then?
Maybe the pawn will take g6.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Then he will take the pawn, perhaps.
Okay.
Then rook g4.
Okay.
Then where can the king move now?
Quite a lot.
So where do you think he'll move? Here, the other that rook g5. Checkmate.
Okay. Move back in.
Then after that, rook h4. Bishop e4. The white bishop.
Yep. Actually, just now you don't need to move your rook. Bishop e4 is already a checkmate.
Okay.
Saw that or not? When this happen, the king takes, it's already a checkmate. Right?
So it's over already.
Yeah, you don't need so many moves. You can checkmate a lot earlier. Okay, so basically this whole thing is the king's Indian attack.
Yay!
Then we will do more. We will
It's
do
not
more.
often you see a grandmaster resign.
We will do more on the king's Indian attack. So next, then